Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another match preview. Tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 kickoff, Stamford Bridge. It is the big one. Chelsea versus Man City, welcoming treble winners Man City to Stamford Bridge for the first time since they won it last season. Obviously, it's going to be a tough task for the Blues. We haven't actually scored a goal against Man City since we won the Champions League in Porto. All the games since then, we have failed to score in them. I think we ended up losing 1-0 both games last season. Obviously, in the Cup as well, we had them in both rounds of the Cup, and we both lost both those games as well. So, yeah, we are overdue a win against City. We're also just overdue a goal against City. But at the same time, under no illusions, this is a big step up in performance. This will be the best team that we faced this season. So it's going to be a tough ask. It's going to be a tough ask. So we're following on the momentum from a big win against Spurs on Monday night. And we just have to hope that, we can carry that momentum into this game tomorrow at the Bridge. But everything's going to have to be perfect from us. We're going to have to hope that City are slightly off it, and maybe we get a slice of luck as well. Hopefully Anthony Taylor doesn't have any howlers, or maybe if he does, have a couple of howlers in our favor. That would be ideal. But big up to everyone that's already locked in, guys. Remember, make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. We're couple of hundred away now from 7K. Every new subscriber helps. If you're locked in now, you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Please run the likes up. Get involved in the chat as always, guys. Remember, you can donate via the super chat function as well to guarantee that your comment gets read out. I will read out as many as I can. But yeah, people, if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, make sure you use the super chat function. And guys, run the likes up and let's dive into it. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat. Dan, big up, mate. I'm not confident tomorrow because I've got a feeling Anthony Taylor, bad feeling about Anthony Taylor having the draw. Take the draw as well. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't necessarily think that's I don't say it's not a reliable report per se, but yeah, I think it's quite clear. Reece James wants to be at Chelsea. He is Chelsea. This is his club, and until he decides that he wants to leave, if that moment ever comes, then he absolutely isn't going anywhere. To be honest, simple as that, really. Michael, hope you're doing well, bro. Chelsea till I die, big up. Maru, big yourself up. Man United. Yeah, look, kind of mad. But look, again, if we get a positive result tomorrow, then we're not going to move. We move up again. But look, there's no point worrying about the table after 11 games. Yes, we need to move up the table, but we'll finish above Man United. We're comfortably a better side than them. They can't keep getting away with the turgid football that they are serving up each week. That eventually catches up with you. You can't keep getting away with these 1-0s. Yes, brother, Mason's Chelsea, Madrid. Yes, you absolutely can have a shout out. Big yourself up. Hope you're doing well. Great to have you tuning in, bro. So yeah, no, big yourself up. Big shout out for you there. Yes, what's happening in Life No Limits? Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. But yeah, look, guys, let's dive into it then. And do you know what? I wanted to come at this from maybe a slightly more positive angle, which might surprise a few of you. If we look into this right now, the way that the results have gone today, obviously there's some big fixtures tomorrow, but there's an opportunity for us to close up again. With Newcastle losing, that was big. Obviously Tottenham losing again, we could gain 6 points on Spurs potentially in 1 week. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here, but look, with Newcastle losing, with Tottenham losing, obviously Arsenal won, but City obviously play us tomorrow. Liverpool play tomorrow. Villa play tomorrow. There's quite a lot of games tomorrow. Obviously, Brighton play tomorrow as well. But look, if we were to win, that's 18 points. And we're suddenly, we're 2 points behind Newcastle, who everyone's bigging up. So do you know what I mean? It's not, we aren't that far away. And, you talk about Champions League, 4th, maybe 5th. Look, if Aston Villa win tomorrow, it's 25. We're on 18. It's still 7 points off. But realistically, we can't afford to drop too many more points. Look, this is going to be a tough game. Even if we get a point from this game, that's a big plus. But look, things are starting to come towards us now. Teams ahead of us are dropping points. Obviously, Brighton have got no wins in their last 5 Premier League games. Newcastle now only 2 wins in their last 5. These teams are starting to come towards us now, and we are closing that gap. Yes, we could do that 5th spot being available for the Champions League, but look, a positive result tomorrow, and we do once again close up on those teams in front of us, which massive. And we still got we got a lot of games coming up now against these sides around us. We've got Brighton coming up in December. We've got Newcastle after the international break. We've got Man United after the international break. Like we've got three sides that are ahead of us. We've got all of those coming up after the international break. Now, in theory, that's a chance to gain 3 points on all of those teams. So look, it's not as doom and gloom as it might appear. Yes, 10th after this many games is not good, not really acceptable. I fully respect that point of view, and I share it. But at the same time, people, we're not too many positive results away from really getting ourselves back into contention. And look, if you look at our form, if you go in the last seven all comps, which I'll bring up on the screen now. If you go to our last 7 in all comps, we've only lost once in our last 7, guys, in all comps. Now, that's not bad form. Look, okay, so the last time we lost in the Premier League was obviously against fucking Brentford. But look, in our last 7 games, which are all here, it's win against Brighton in the Cup, a win against Fulham, a win against Burnley, draw with Arsenal, which we should have won. We lost to Brentford, which was shocking. And then we've beaten Blackburn and we've beaten Tottenham. So in our last 7 games, we've got 5 wins, a draw, and a loss. That isn't a bad run of form. We've actually been, look, and again, I know this doesn't really hold that much weight if you keep playing well and you're not getting the points. Arguably, it's worse to play well and not get the points, But look, we should have more points than we do. We don't, and that's something that we need to address. But fundamentally, we haven't actually been that bad over the last 7 games, bar the last 10 minutes against Arsenal and pretty much the whole game against, maybe in the second half, and certainly the second half against Brentford. Like, we've actually been decent in all the other games. So we're looking at sort of maybe an hour's worth of football roughly, where we haven't been good in the last 7 games. So look, I think there are positive signs coming. We're in a decent-ish run of form, but look, again, I was worried about this run of fixtures that was obviously coming up. But at the same time, given that we struggle against teams that play with a low block, I'd actually much rather be facing the sides we're facing than, say, have a run where we're playing a Brentford, we're playing a Forest, we're playing a Sheffield United, we're playing a Crystal Palace, I'd much rather us have a run against the bigger teams because they're going to come out and play football, which suits us better, rather than a run of games against the sides that ultimately, play a low block, make things really difficult for us. I actually, look, I know this is a tough run, but I prefer this run given where the team's at right now, given our struggles against teams that play more defensive football. And you know what? This run, as I said before we even got to this run, this will be the making or breaking of this team. And so far, we've started reasonably well. We've had one of each: a draw against Arsenal, defeat to Brentford, and a win against Tottenham. I think what's really important in terms of tomorrow afternoon, guys, is that we just give a good account of ourselves. Is that we turn up, we fight, we show desire for the badge, we don't give up, we don't let our heads drop. Ultimately, look, if we lose, people, there's no shame in losing to Manchester City. Better teams than us will lose to Man City. But what the big thing for me is how that result comes about if we were to lose. If we give a good account of ourselves, we keep going from first minute to last minute, heads don't drop, mentality's there, we create chances, it just not quite happened for us. You can walk away feeling reasonably positive about it. But if we've not turned up, we've sat back, we've not really had a go, our heads have dropped, we've been easy to play around, it's been easy for Man City, they've not really had to get out of first or second gear, then that's a more alarming situation to find ourselves in. But look, based on the last 7 games and our recent performances against big teams, against the big scene, against the big teams this season, we've done well. We probably should have beaten Liverpool on the opening day of the season. We absolutely should have beaten Arsenal. We beat Tottenham. So look, why can't we get a positive result? I'm not saying we're going to win, but why can't we get a positive result, whether that's a draw or give a good account of ourselves? Like, we absolutely can. Again, we're going to be underdogs. And I think, do you know what? I think that probably suits us. Yes, if this was away from home, maybe I'd feel slightly more confident about it, but you just don't know. By the way, guys, there's 30 people locked in, only got 12 likes. People, that's poor. It's not even a 1 in 2. So I know there's plenty of you in here now that haven't smashed the like button. So make sure you're hitting that like button, guys. Run those likes up. We need to hit at least 50 likes. We're only on 12 and there's 30 people in the building. So we need to be improving that ASAP, people. That should be up to 30 in the next couple of minutes. Come on, guys. It's free. It takes seconds to do, and it really, really helps me out. I wouldn't bang on about it if the likes weren't important. So if you're locked in now and you've not smashed a like, get yourself together, smash that like button, and let's get on with things. What's going on in the chat? Other than the Brentford game, we've been good. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I want Chelsea to be back where we belong. Champions League, yeah. No, United don't worry me at all. Like, you can't keep getting away with this. You've seen multiple teams go through periods like this where they're not playing well. They're scraping 1-0s here and there. That doesn't last forever. They'll fall. Confidence tomorrow, Paul. I hope so. Look, I feel positively, cautiously optimistic. Is how I would probably is how I would be approaching it. Hopefully, we get some more attacking players. We get some more players back from injury after the international break with no setbacks. Yep. No, I'm not look, no one's accepting it. But what I'm trying to say is, like, even if we do lose to Man City, like, is anyone really going to be surprised by that? Is that a shock result? Is that unacceptable? It's not unacceptable to lose to Man City. Yes, given the position we're in, it's important that we win because we desperately need the points. I fully get that, but in isolation, a loss to Man City is not like, you know, disgraceful as some people might think it is. 2-0. Well, fans. No, they're not invincible. They're absolutely not. I feel that we absolutely can get a result here. They've not had KDB pretty much all season. They're doing pretty well. Look, no, absolutely. I don't think it's like, you know, I'm not sitting here thinking we got no chance. Far from it. I think we do have, you know, a decent chance in this game. But as I've said before, things are going to have to go right for us. We're going to have to be absolutely immaculate. We're going to have to hopefully get some luck, and we're going to have to hope that City are slightly off it. And we can't afford to make any mistakes at the back, individual mistakes, sorry. And we really can't afford to be making, to be missing our chances. You know, if we get half as many chances against City as we did against Tottenham, and we miss that many, like, we're not going to win any football matches missing the volume of chances that we do miss. So we have to hope that we have absolutely got our shooting boots on. I hope we don't get... No, look, I don't think we'll get battered tomorrow. Like, even last season, you know, the worst Chelsea, we only lost 1-0 to these at the Bridge. So, yeah, look, I don't see us getting battered. I'd be shocked if we got smashed like 3, 4 or 5-0. I would be staggered if that happened. We're probably not going to get any credit, though, if the Spurs result is anything to go by. No, probably won't. They'll probably be rolling their articles out about, like, if we do win, how Man City are perhaps the real winners here. Yeah, mad. No goals scored. Yeah, the Cucurella was mentioning at the top of the show. That is a concern. No goal since Kai Havertz's goal in the Champions League final in Porto against these lot. Like, we need to find a way to break it down. It's been multiple managers. There's been loads of different players. And seemingly, we just can't seem to break these teams down. My problem, this team, look, the finishing's the problem. Like, yes, we got our breakthrough against Tottenham. Obviously, 9 men, you're going to eventually break them down. But we should have put them to the sword. That should have been 9. That should have been easily 8 or 9 goals. Not even a conversation. That should have been 8 or 9 goals. It really should have been. Yes, hope all good. Back to Chelsea. Hope you're good. No, look, Maddison's is a top player. Yes, he's out now. Like, Spurs have got a problem where they were like a one man. They were like so reliant on Harry Kane. They tried to move away from that, and now they've just switched the guy they're really reliant on from Kane to James Maddison. So yeah, they've got problems. No, not putting any pressure on Nico Jackson. Just needs to continue doing his thing. But yeah, guys, look, the form going into this game is not bad. The form against the big teams is not bad. We tend to show up. Stamford Bridge, despite all the criticism I give it in terms of the atmosphere, for the big games, the atmosphere is always positive. It's always positive, the atmosphere for the big games. So yeah, look, people, I think we can feel positive going into this game. There's no point being all doom and gloom and down the dumps about this game. Yes, it's a tough ask and it's a level up again from Tottenham and from Arsenal and whatnot. But you know, if we play as well as we can play, which let's be honest is pretty decent, then why can't we get something positive from this game? Why? I haven't bottled any comment. I think we can do City tomorrow. Yeah, no, we absolutely can. Like we can. Look, we haven't got no chance in this game. We absolutely do. But what we have got to do is be ruthless and be efficient in goal and in front of goal. Sorry, that's what we absolutely have to do. We'll get opportunities in this game, and we'll have moments where we're on top, and it just depends whether we take them or not. Yes, speak yourself up. I'm watching Madrid Valencia now, and maybe we can swap. We can do a swap deal. Kepa to Lunin. Look, we don't need another goalkeeper really. I mean, obviously, like whether Sanchez is the right guy long term, I don't think he is. But we're not going to be signing another goalkeeper anytime soon, in my opinion. I haven't really seen a great deal of Lunin because he's not played. He's not played that much really. But yeah, look, it's another young goalkeeper. He's obviously reasonably good. But yeah, look, I don't think so personally. For me, that's just my thing. A draw would be brilliant. Chelsea fans are so divided these days. Yeah, look, I mean, there's always going to be people that like to moan about things. There's always going to be people that focus on negatives more than positives. I try and give as rounded a view as possible on things, like, you know, criticize things where they're due, but also focus on the positive things that we have done so far this season and that we are continuing to do. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let's move into a bit more news. Remember, as I say, people keep running those likes up. We haven't even reached 20 likes yet, so that's got to improve very, very swiftly. This needs to hit 50 likes minimum, guys. So keep running those likes up. There's plenty of you in here, so those likes should be well over 20. So please hit that thumb button. It's free. It takes seconds, and it really, really helps out the stream. It helps out myself. It's the quickest and easiest way of supporting the channel. So yeah, please do that, guys. No excuses not to. Let's get this to 50 likes ASAP. Chelsea fans have done that. No, they've not been as amazing as they normally are, but they're still a cut above everyone else. So yeah, look, we absolutely can. We just have to hope that, you know, things go right for us. We get a bit of luck. They're slightly off it, and as I said before, we take our chances in front of goal. That's going to be the big thing. Right, let's move on to a little bit of stuff. So, obviously, as we said before, no current Chelsea squad player has scored for us against Man City in the top flight. That's mad. So no one in the current squad has scored against Man City in the Premier League. But in form, Raheem Sterling and Cole Palmer are facing their former club. Like, it's kind of mad that we haven't actually scored against these lot for the last 6 games. You know, it's kind of crazy. Like, yes, you might go 1 or 2 games without scoring a goal, but to go 6 games without scoring a goal against the same opposition, that's mad. That's mad. You know, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, what I don't know why we can't score against these. It's not like we haven't created chances in those games. You know, it's not like we haven't done that. It's strange. It's a strange one. It absolutely is a strange one. Yeah, we should have got a result at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, the one at the Etihad towards the end of the season was basically the title party. We were never getting a positive result there under Lampard. But like, despite how crap we were, you know, we should have got a point against them at the Bridge last season. We were in control for that first half. They had that one moment, Grealish to Mahrez, where maybe Kepa should have done better. And yeah, that was just unfortunate. But at the Bridge last season, there really wasn't an awful lot in it. How long would you give Reece James tomorrow? As long as he feels that he can play. I mean, maybe another 75, 80 minutes. If he can get a full game, then that would be brilliant. But I wouldn't. Excuse me. I wouldn't bank on that being the case at all. I think that's a bit harsh. Reece James would play for Man City. He wouldn't. Not saying he'd be an automatic starter every single week, but he's a top player, and he absolutely would play for Man City 100%. I don't think there's any doubt that he wouldn't play for them. I think he absolutely would. But yeah, this scoring is a problem. Now, of course, I'll get into how we're going to set up, obviously, later on. But yeah, I just don't. I just hope that we can somehow find a way to score a goal, even if we end up getting a penalty, or there's a few deflections, or it's a bit of pinball in the box and someone just lashes it home from a few yards out. Whatever it may be, but we have got to find a way to score against these lot, because we can't go a 7th game on the spin in all competitions without scoring against these guys. I mean, that would just be absolutely criminal from us. We have to find a way to find a way to score. It really is as simple as that. We have got to find a way of scoring. We have to try and do something. Again, nothing to it really. Of course, he's going to attract interest from the best teams. Well, he's one of the best right backs in the world. So yeah, of course. But look, for me, it's very simple. Chelsea don't want to sell Reece James. Reece James wants to stay at Chelsea. He is Chelsea. He's the captain. This is his club, and it doesn't matter how much money were to come in. If any offers came in, unless he actually wants to leave the football club, which I don't think will happen unless the relationship, something happened and it deteriorated beyond repair. Reece James will stay at Chelsea for as long as Reece James wants to stay at Chelsea, and it's as simple as that for me. So yeah, no, I don't see anything in it. Of course they're interested. Of course they'd be interested. We're all interested in loads of things. Doesn't really mean that it's going to happen. I'm interested in getting a mansion. Am I going to get a mansion tomorrow, like in the next window? No, I'm not. So do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's a fair thing to say. We had a consistent, reliable striker. Then yeah, we absolutely we'd be a lot higher at the table. Reece James is Chelsea boy. He's not for sale yet. Mount doesn't even. Yeah, no, I agree. And at the time, I was disappointed that they ended up leaving. But if we're being honest now, on reflection, we don't miss him at all, and it's not working out for him right now at Man United either. So I think we can absolutely safely say that probably was the right decision. When have our players we signed from rivals ever scored against their former clubs? This is true. I actually don't think Sterling's ever scored against Liverpool, and he certainly hasn't scored against Man City either yet. So yeah, I mean, Kovacic doesn't always play. That's another one. Kovacic coming back to Stamford Bridge tomorrow. I'm sure he'll get a good reception. He had five good years at the club. I expect he'll be on the bench. I don't think he'll start. But yeah, look, obviously I forgot about that. Kovacic obviously returning. Yeah, he'll get a good reception. But yeah, I don't expect him to start. Maybe he comes off the bench, but yeah, I don't expect him to particularly feature that much in the game tomorrow. But we've got to find a way of scoring. I don't care who it is. We must find a way of putting the ball in the back of the net against these, because, as I said, obviously we're not going to be able to beat these guys if we can't fucking score against them. So yeah, that's what we need to. That's what we need to do. That is exactly what we need to do. Just find a way of scoring, any old way. Put pressure on. Do what we can. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Under no illusions, it's gonna be really, really tough. But we absolutely can do it, people. We absolutely can do it. Probably what I should have got to before getting to this. Yeah, that was a really strange one. I still remember that like it was yesterday. 1-1 draw and Lampard scoring. It just felt so weird. It was really, really odd, that occasion. A very, very strange one. How are we going to keep Haaland quiet? Yeah, we're going to have to make sure that, Enzo and Caicedo are doing their work in the pivot. We're going to have to make sure that Silva and Colwell, or Silva and Disasi, whoever it may be, are absolutely on it. Try and man mark him. Don't allow him the space. Don't let him get free at set pieces or from crosses because he's very good in the air. So yeah, look, it is going to be a tough ask. It absolutely is going to be a tough ask, but we can do it. Haaland hasn't scored against Chelsea yet. Thank God he scored in midweek against Young Boys, because he said in his next goal at the Ballon d'Or ceremony to Drogba that he would do his celebration next time he scored. Could you imagine if he didn't score against Young Boys and he scored against us at the Bridge and he hit the Drogba, giving it one of those? That would have been, that would have been absolutely dreadful if that had happened. But thankfully it hasn't. But yeah, it's going to be tough to keep him quiet, but we can do it. He's not scored against us yet. I don't want to jinx it, but we absolutely can do it. We can do it. I would rather worry more about Rodri and Bernardo. Yeah, look, of course, Rodri and Bernardo, again, two top players. Rodri makes everything tick in that City team. You see, as soon as Rodri's out of that team, they start to look like slightly ordinary. Alvarez is important as well. What we're saying, Caicedo won't let Haaland get off. No, hopefully not. But everyone's got to be on their game to an absolute T. There can be no one else. There can be nothing else going wrong. No one else making any mistakes or anything like that. You've got to be on it to a T. It's got to be on it to a T. So yeah, let's hope that we can get the job done. We need to get the job done. It's as simple as that. We do need to get the job done. Just a positive result. Don't lose, or just don't embarrass ourselves. But I think a positive result is, as I said, very, very much possible, people. It's very, very possible here. But yeah, let's move into. Yeah, no, we did. I think in the end, he ended up with one goal against us. I think he ended up with one goal against us, if I remember correctly. Guys, we're halfway to the likes target, people. Come on, guys. Run those likes up. We need to get to 50 likes, people. No excuses not to. Let's get this to 50 likes, guys. We're on 25 now. Another 25 to go. So if you're logged in now, you've not smashed a like, make sure you do. And please hit the subscribe button if you're new around here as well. Inching ever closer towards the 7,000 subscribers mark. So every new subscriber really helps. So please do smash the subscribe button if you're new around here. If you're locked in now, if you've got like mum, dad, siblings, mates, or whatever, just get them to subscribe to the channel as well if you can. It would be greatly appreciated, people. I've got Cole at left back. No, not for me. I'll get into that when I do my team. Draw, I'd be happy. Yes, absolutely. DJ Kido, hope you're good, brother. We can hope, but it's good to live in reality. No, look, I don't think we're going to look. The reality of the situation is going to be very tough, and it's going to be tough to get a positive result. But I don't see a situation where we turn up and we get absolutely demolished. I just personally don't see that. Now, look, I could be wrong on that, of course, but I just personally don't see us turning up and getting demolished. I just don't see it. Yes, Man City are good, but we're not exactly like bums. We're not awful. Yes, we don't have as many points on the board as we should do, but we absolutely aren't crap. So yeah, look, I think we can do it. I think we can get a positive result. I don't think we're going to get demolished. Yeah, bro, on the road to 10k. That is the aim. That is the aim, to hit 10k. We're just under a couple hundred now away from, of course, 7k. But 10k is the next big milestone. But let's focus on getting to 7 first before we think about getting to 10. But yeah, 10 by the end of this season, hopefully. That's going to be the aim, guys. So yeah, please do spread the word. Really help out. It's greatly appreciated. City thrashed Bournemouth last weekend. Yeah, they did. But we are better than Bournemouth. Let's be real. Even if we hate it, Poch. Yeah, no. Look, I think Poch probably will start him at left back. Absolutely, I don't disagree with that at all. Colwell against Grealish, yeah, potentially. I mean, I think Cucurella should start. I'm going to get into all this when I well, yeah, I think it's only natural that eventually, sooner or later, we will get ourselves together. We will become good, and we will sort our shit out. That will happen. I fully agree with that. That absolutely will happen. But yeah, it's just got to be patient. It's going to take time. Like, people don't like it but it's going to take time. And, you can tell we absolutely have made progress. Yes, as I said, the points don't reflect the performances. We should have more points on the board, but we absolutely have made progress, people. From the shit of last season. I know it's a low bar, but you can see an identity. You can see a style of football. You've got a squad of players that are young, hungry, all want to play for the club. Like, we are making progress. When do you think we will overtake United in the league? I don't think that long. I'd be surprised. For me personally, I think before 2023's out, I think we will bypass them in the league before the year's out. But I'm still very confident that we finish above them in the league. I just don't see how that team beats us over the course of a season. I just think they're absolutely fucking awful. Good seeing Cucurella back on the grass. Yeah, absolutely. That's really good. They're not going to be on the bench. They're not going to be on the bench or anything tomorrow. But yeah, after the international break, hopefully they can be back in the matchday squad for Newcastle away. But certainly for that busy December period, we are going to need them. Games coming every 3 days or so. So yeah, for that December period, we absolutely are going to need them. And let's hope that they can obviously, contribute to the team. But we have to be positive. We have to be patient with them. That is the most important thing. We have to be patient with them. Simple as that. We need to be patient. But yeah, look, let's wait and see what happens with them. But yeah, it's one massive plus for those two to see them back out on the grass and be back in contention for the game at Newcastle. What has to happen for top 5 teams? I think basically we just need as many teams to get through the group stage in the Champions League as possible so that our coefficient ranking isn't affected too badly. So yeah, realistically, we need Newcastle and Man United to try and get themselves together and qualify, although I think both of them aren't going to qualify, but we need at least one of them if we can to qualify. I'm not sure how the other teams are doing, how the coefficient really works out, but yeah, we do need as many teams as we can to qualify for the last 16 Prem teams. Because, yeah, that will really help our coefficient. Because I absolutely agree that 5th place, I think, is realistic for us this season. I said it at the start of the season. I think we can come in a top 5 and get Champions League football, provided 5th place gets that Champions League football. But, yeah, look, I'm absolutely positive that, we can do some good stuff, people. But, yeah, long way to go. Chilwell's not going to... I don't know when Chilwell's back. I think could still be a little way off. Maybe in and around Christmas time potentially. That's kind of around the point I would predict. Yeah, Newcastle and Spurs. I'm down to Spurs losing back-to-back games now. Newcastle 1 away win in their last 8 fixtures. 2 defeats in a week. It's not been a good week for them. They've got a lot of injuries, but again, I find it hard to have sympathy for teams with injuries, considering how decimated we've been by injuries over the course of this season. But yeah, they're feeling the effects of the injuries they've got, the extra games in the Champions League. They're probably grateful for the international break right now because they're not playing particularly well. They still got the big win against Arsenal. The home form's always decent for Newcastle, but yeah, the away form is shocking, absolutely shocking for them to go down to Bournemouth, who, let's be honest, they're dog shit. Yeah, not good. I hope we get that blue balloon Christmas Eve. Yeah, that'd be nice, or whenever we get it. Chilwell January, is it? I mean, I think December, January time. Yeah, that finish to the Spurs game was mad, by the way. Mad. I put it on for the last sort of 10, 15 minutes, and I'm thinking, how have Wolves not scored it? And then they get an absolute worldie goal from Sarabia, touch and finish first class, and then they get the winner from Mario Lemina. I mean, all but technically they can still qualify if they win both their games. But yeah, look, that's obviously a massive if right now. No, of course he's not. And again, they're kind of all bollocks anyway. Like, people need to relax about James is not going anywhere, people. I really wouldn't worry about that. It's hard to say right now, but I would always say yes. I think so. I think Spurs now we're going to see them start to fall away at quite a rate. In my opinion, I think we are going to see them start to fall away. But look, let's see, people. Let's see what we can do. I just think they're going to start to fall away. That's my personal opinion. I could be proven wrong, or hopefully I'm proven right. Right now, if I'm saying it right now, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, fourth us, fifth Spurs. That's what I'm going for right now. Just a quick off the top of there. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to move on to, before I get into the team and stuff, people, I wanted to just quickly cover a slight bit of transfer news. Here. Where is it? Let me just find it now. So that young Brazilian midfielder that we were linked with in this summer, Gabriel Moscado, I think he's a Corinthians player. There was a proposal from Chelsea months ago, but I talk a lot with my agent and my parents, and they tried to give me as little information as possible. They say there is not long until the end of the season. They tell me to dedicate myself and do well, and that at the end of the season, there will be good things. To tell you the truth, I have very little information. My father knows a few things. He prefers not to tell me so as not to influence my head too much, to end up taking a little bit of my focus here, he says. Here, your focus is on Corinthians. Let's wait for the season to end. There are still a few games to go, and we'll see what we can do. Of course, there's interest from various clubs. I've also heard about it. There was strong interest from Chelsea a few months ago that if you stop to think about where I'm going now at this moment, it's not good. I want to help Corinthians now to get them out of this situation. So this is another young midfield player that we were linked with, obviously, over the course of the summer. I don't necessarily, look, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I don't really know much about the kid, if I'm being perfectly honest. But again, another player that realistically, I just don't think we need this guy. Why do we need this guy? We've got Santos and Casadei out on loan anyway, who are going to struggle to make it back in. It just doesn't really make much sense in my view. It doesn't make much sense. Whether we go and revisit it in the summer or not, I don't really know. Supposedly, this Rooney guy as well at Copenhagen, Chelsea have been maybe sniffing around him. I don't really know, but we've got to just make sure that we don't just keep hoovering up all these teenagers and we're like some sort of just some sort of talent hoarders. There needs to be some sort of methodology behind this, some sort of plan as to where all these guys are going to go. So yeah, look, just a little bit from him, obviously confirming the interest from Chelsea. But yeah, look, this Rooney guy looks like a decent player as well. He will move on from Copenhagen, but if I was advising him, I wouldn't come to Chelsea at he's 18 next week. I definitely wouldn't be coming to Chelsea as the next step in his career. You know, go somewhere like a Borussia Dortmund, go and play in France where they play young players, allow them to develop, etc. I personally wouldn't be coming here if I was him. What else have we got going on in the chat tomorrow? How do I see the game? Tight. I think it's going to be difficult. We're going to have to be at our absolute best. We're going to have to hope City are slightly off it. We're just going to have to take advantage of the good moments that we do get. And that means if we get a chance, we need to take it. It means we need to be pretty much 100% efficiency in front of goal, which is not something that happens very often. I expect a tight game. I expect a tough game. I expect a game that Man City will dominate possession. They'll dominate large parts of it, but we will get our opportunities. And it just depends whether we take those opportunities or not and whether we've got enough about us to keep their inevitable quality out. But look, we can absolutely get a positive result for sure. What is the story of Madueke? No, he's not injured. I just don't think he's just not doing it right now. You know, every time he's played, which is admittedly is not a lot, it's not really happened for him. Look, he's not going to play ahead of Cole Palmer. He's not going to play ahead of Sterling right now. He's not going to play ahead of Mudryk either. He's just got to get his head down, train really hard, do his absolute best on the training pitch, do the extra work, impress the manager, and then it's all about taking your chances when you get the opportunity. When you get the opportunity you're given, like with Cucurella, you know, you just got to train hard, be professional, get your head down. You will get opportunities, and then when you get those opportunities, you absolutely have to make the most of them. It's as simple as that. So with Madueke, look, I think he's a talented boy. We haven't seen an awful lot from him. We need to see more from him. He needs to be given the chances, but then you've got to earn those chances. And then when you get them, you need to take them with both hands. I think Madueke is on borrowed time, man. Angelo's kind of Angelo. Look again. You know, let's wait and see. He's doing well in Strasbourg under Patrick Vieira. You know, we've obviously got him to potentially come back. Look, Madueke could well be on borrowed time. Who knows? But look, I think it's in all our best interest to kind of get behind him and hope that, you know, he does do well. There is talent there, but yeah, we absolutely need to start seeing more from him. Otherwise, he won't just keep getting these opportunities. I smell a Palmer goal, brother. I hope so. Look, it depends how it goes. If he continues to not get much football this season, not really impressed, then yeah, absolutely. Perhaps a loan move could certainly be an option for him. People, keep running those likes up, by the way. We're now over 30. We still need 18 more likes to hit the 50 likes mark, guys. There's 45 in the building. Big up to every single one of you. But every single one of you needs to smash that like button, guys. Let's get this to 50 likes. Come on, people. Get the job done. 50 likes. If you don't like the stream, guys, we're going to get hammered tomorrow. So make sure you smash the like. If you're not smashing a like, then Chelsea are going to get hammered tomorrow, and we don't want that. So smash that like button. If you're locked in now, smash the like. Simple as that. Don't let me down, people. Do your thing. You guys are a great community, all great people. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Don't be a freeloader. What else have we got going on here? Negativity from the fans will be very quick, I think. No, I don't think so. Again, it depends what sort of result it is. It depends what sort of an account that we give of ourselves. But look, let's wait and see, people. Let's wait and see. When Nkunku comes back from injury, look, again, I think he can play as a 9. Maybe he plays. And look, you would say he'd replace Gallagher, but then if Gallagher's form's been really good, like maybe he replaces Jackson. I don't know. Look, we have got a lot of players, but look, obviously once they start coming back, that's a big positive once they start coming back. Because it means we're going to have better options in the first 11, and we're going to have better options on the bench as well. Got a whole squad out on loan. Would be interesting for your opinion if you think any of them could break into the first team. Yeah, of course. I may well. To be fair, it could be a good video to do over the international break. So yeah, I don't see why not. I'll do a video on that during the international break. Because I don't think there's going to be too much going on. So yeah, absolutely, I'll do a video on that over the international break. So big up yourself, NX. If I forget or whatever, just remind me, leave something in the comments, message me on socials or whatever to remind me. But I will absolutely, I will do that, guys. I will do that. Right. There was something else I wanted to get into. Talking of redemption arcs and players making the most of their opportunities and playing in form. These stats from Cucurella were doing the rounds, I think, yesterday or the day before. Like, obviously, he's made 5 Premier League appearances so far this season, 4 starts and obviously 1 sub appearance against Tottenham in the second half. But look where he ranks for his appearances in the Premier League this season in terms of Chelsea. First in terms of amount of tackles made. First in terms of tackles won. First in terms of possessions won in the defensive third. Third in interceptions and third in clearances completed. I mean, that's mad. That's mad. Like the way that he suddenly got himself back into the frame is testament to him as a professional, testament to his mentality, testament to him as a player. Look, I think it's fair to say he didn't have the best of times last season. A lot of players didn't. I think personally for me, I criticise him, but I think a lot of people went well over the top with their criticism of him, the booing of him. I just never understood it. And we were at a bit of a crossroads. People were like talking about, oh, he should have been going, or why we let Lewis Hall go, etc., etc. But look, Cucurella's got his head down. He's stayed professional. He's trained hard. He's a top guy, a really nice guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him at Cobham when I went down there. Just a lovely guy. And do you know what? Like, delighted that he's doing so well. And what's mad is, like, football's about hard work, but it's about luck. It's about luck as well at the end of the day. It's absolutely about luck, because Cucurella wasn't getting a look in the league. And then suddenly, Reece James is injured. Gusto gets the red card and he's suspended. And Ben Chilwell is injured. And then suddenly Cucurella's got a chance. And he's taken that chance with both hands. And he's been absolutely brilliant ever since he's got himself into the team. And I was disappointed that he didn't start against Tottenham. I felt he should have done. And I feel like absolutely he should be starting in this game against Man City tomorrow. So, yeah, look, it's been quite some redemption from him. And look, right now he's our best left back. It's as simple as that. And he should be playing ahead of Levi Colwill in that position. He absolutely should be tomorrow. I think it's as simple as that. those link-ups with Nkunku in pre-season games, it looks good. Again, we've got to be patient with Nkunku, give him time to find his feet. I won't try. I don't know if I can pronounce your first name, Nezekwe. I'm sorry if I've got that totally wrong. Big yourself up. I like listening to you because you analyze the situation better than others. No, brother, I appreciate that. I just try and say it how I see it. But yeah, no, big yourself up. Appreciate the support. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, bro. Look, Cucurella has started at left back in a few games, but yeah, I absolutely agree. Like Levi Colwill shouldn't be starting at left back. Like even against the lesser teams where it doesn't matter as much, you can almost get away with it. Like Colwill could be one of the best centre backs in world football. You know, if he develops how people think he will. Why are we playing him? Why are we playing him at right back? I mean, left back. Sorry, like it doesn't make sense. You've got a natural left back in Cucurella who's banging form. Let's just play him there. And tomorrow, I don't like the sound of Levi Colwill up against a Grealish or a Doku or a Foden or whoever it might be. You're going to get exposed. If you're not a natural left back against the best players, you are going to end up getting exposed. Simple as that, people. You're going to end up getting exposed. So yeah, we're going to have to hope that we can do something. We are going to have to hope we can do something. But yeah, look, Cucurella is absolutely delivering. 3 players might break into the first team: Santos, Casadei, Angelo potentially. Yeah, Cucurella is really doing his thing right now. Yeah, big turnaround from Sideshow Bob. Fair play to him. I always back this guy. I don't want to. This is not about an I told you so or a little pat on the back for myself, but I always backed him because I think he's been harshly treated, and to come into the mess that Chelsea was, to go into an absolute shit show of a team, like. You got to remember, sometimes it can take a season to settle in. And now we're starting to see the player that he is. And he absolutely is our best left back at the moment. Yes, going forward, he's not the best, but defensively, he's really solid. And that really counts for a lot. Cucurella is a very good defender. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that as well, particularly in a flat 4. Where getting forward isn't as crucial, as it were, if you were playing wing back. Like, I don't mind that he's perhaps not as good getting forward. But then again, he's found himself in some good positions. He probably should have scored against Brentford. He probably should have scored against Tottenham as well. So, look, this is a guy that is playing really well. He's playing some great football. And it's the football that Chelsea fans expected to see from him. And I'm just glad that he's got himself into this position. And hopefully, he can obviously push on from there. I don't like Colwill left back. Yeah, agree. Pochettino is scared of being beaten. Yeah, but it's not exactly a strong defender because Colwill just gets exposed at left back. I'm sorry, he does get exposed at left back. It really is, in my opinion, as simple as that. He gets exposed there, and that is the problem, people. That is the problem. But yeah, look, I thought I'd just give Cucurella his props. Fair play to him. He's doing really well. He's ranking in the top 3 in all the defensive stats from Chelsea. This season. Yes, it's from 5 games compared to other players perhaps playing, between 7 and 10 games. But look, he's doing a great job, and fair play to him, and he absolutely should be starting tomorrow. But I just wanted to give special praise to Cucurella there because I think he's been maligned at Chelsea. He's taken unfair criticism, and he deserves his props. So absolutely fair play to him. No, absolutely not. No, we haven't done it all season. It would make no sense to, in my opinion. People, I've been reliably informed we're on 40 likes. There's 45 in the building. There's definitely 10 of you that haven't smashed that like button. Let's get this to 50 likes. As Dan said, let's get it to 50 likes. If we get it to 50 likes, people, that means we're going to be winning the game tomorrow. If you don't smash a like button, guys, we don't get us to 50, we're going to lose. So come on, guys, let's get it done. It's Saturday night. You're tuning in to watch me, which I appreciate a lot. So yeah, people, get it done. Run those likes up. Run those likes up. Yeah, I agree. That would have been a big mistake, and we actually would have been fucked now because we would have had to have been playing Colwill at left back every game because we'd have no other left backs in the squad. So yeah, if we'd let Cucurella go to United, how it's all panned out now, we would be seeing Colwill at left back every week because there would be no other left backs in the squad. Let's hope Levi Colwill doesn't get all hot-headed. No, I don't think he will. I think the Derby game brings a little bit more. It brings a bit more out of players, But yeah, I don't think he's a particularly hothead. I'm going to get into this right now, people. I'm going to get into it now. No, bro, I don't think so. I mean, I've only missed what, 2 games this season, Luton at home and Burnley away, and I don't remember us playing a back five in any games. I really don't. So yeah, right. I'm going to dive into the team, people. We're going to dive into the team. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. Make sure you keep smashing those likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. If you want to support myself, you can use the super chat function. Any donation, no matter how big or small, is greatly appreciated. Or you can also support myself and the channel by becoming a channel member. Hit the link in the description below. $1.99 a month supports the channel, supports myself. And the more members we get, I will start doing member-only shows. So if you want to support myself, people, then hit the link in the description, become a channel member, or use the super chat function. It's greatly appreciated, guys. Keep running those likes up. Keep smashing that subscribe button. We need 4 more likes to get to 50. So run it up. Let's get this job done, guys. What's Fabrizio saying? Fabrizio Romano says an English side is courting Mbappe. Sounds like we're fucking dating at the moment. Let's have a look what Fabrizio's saying on that quickly before I get into the team. An English side is courting Mbappe. What we're doing is a couple DMs, few flowers here and there, a couple likes on the pics. You know how do people roll. Is that true? Where's Fabrizio Romano said that? Have I just been? Yeah, where's that been said? If anyone can tell me where that's been said, have I just fallen for that hook, line, and sinker? Players need support, not criticism all the time. Yeah, I agree. Criticise where it's due, but you don't need to constantly go in on players. I fully agree. I would play the same team and not Colwell at left back. Fairs. But let's get into the team, people. Let's get into the team, guys. Obviously, we know it's going to be Robert Sanchez in goal. That's not a particularly difficult decision to make. But also, people, let me know your selections in the chat as well, guys, and your reasonings for them if you want. But yeah, guys, get involved as well. Sanchez is going to play in goal. That's pretty obvious. We know that Reece James is going to play at right back because he's the skipper. It's a big game. He's getting himself back to fitness. James will play at right back. We know that obviously it's a no-brainer that Thiago Silva plays at centre back. Yeah, he absolutely will. Martson will be sold in. Yeah, no, I think he will. I agree. He's not really getting a look in anymore. He's not getting a look in anymore. So yeah, look, that's where we're at right now. He's not getting a look in. We extended his contract by activated an option in his deal to extend it by a year to buy ourselves a bit of time. But yeah, look, I think with Martson and Chelsea, it's done. It's finished. I really do think that. How good is the second goalkeeper? Well, I don't really know because we haven't seen him. But I mean, people that say they've seen him, people that have watched him in the MLS say he's a good goalkeeper. But again, we don't actually know. We don't know how good this guy is. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Reece James at the back, Thiago Silva. I'm seeing people talking about Badia Shield. Look, Badia Shield, top player, big fan of him. Think he's going to be great for us. I think he will be one part of our long-term centre-back partnership going forward. But let's be real, guys. He's played 60 minutes against Blackburn in the Cup, and that's his first football in 5 months. I just don't see him being brought back in for a game of this magnitude, having only played an hour of football in 5 months. I think we'll start to see Badia Shield when the games start coming thick and fast in December and that sort of time. I'd love him to play, but look, he simply isn't ready. I think it's as simple as that, guys. I just don't believe he's ready right now. So he needs to build his match fitness back up. As I said, I just don't think he's ready, people. So for me, it's either Colwell or Disasi at the back, and that Disasi I don't think's been that bad. But if I'm making a choice here, I'm going Silva. I'm going Silva and Colwell, and it might be a little bit harsh on Disasi, but I actually think Colwell is better than Disasi. And these are the big decisions you need to make. I think Silva and Colwell is a very good partnership. And then for me, as I said, I don't want to see Levi Colwell at left back. I've just been bigging up Cucurella, giving him his props, and rightly so. And so he's obviously going to slot he's of course going to slot into the team there, and that is the back four that I would go with. I really think Silva should get one more year contract on the understanding he'll be a good squad rotation player. Need to keep. Look, again, ultimately, what happens with Thiago Silva is going to be up to whatever Thiago Silva wants to do. I'm sure that the club would love to keep him, love to have him around. He's been exceptional for us. He's a great presence around the training pitch, around the dressing room. Players can learn from him and all sorts. But ultimately, Thiago Silva will do what Thiago Silva wants to do. I'm sure Chelsea will obviously would offer him a new deal, but yeah, I don't see him. I personally don't see him staying. Of course, the club will want to keep him and will offer him a deal to stay. But yeah, I'll be real. I just don't see him. I don't see him staying, people. I just don't see him staying. By the way, guys, we've got 50 in the building and there's still not 50 likes. Come on, we need 4 more likes, people. Run those likes up. No excuse not to hit those final few likes. Come on. Come on, people. Let's get it done, guys. Come on. Run those likes up. Run those likes up, guys. It's really important. It's so quick to do. So please do it. Chelsea Kingslayer, big yourself up. Enjoy the rest of your evening. No, he's not. He's played 60 minutes of football in 5 months. The last football he played before the Blackburn game was Bournemouth away last year under Lampard. I'm not going to get into that. Should play 4-4-2, compact at the back and midfield hit for counter-attack. Fair. I think let Silva go, join his old boyhood club. He's done so much for us. Look, I think he probably will end up going back to Fluminense at the end of the season. But look, ultimately, it's going to be entirely up to him. He makes the decision that he wants to make, and he's earned that right to do so. Don't start Colwell or start. I don't understand that. No, I wouldn't. I'll explain why when I get there. Yeah, I agree. Start Cucurella. Midfield picks itself. It's going to be Enzo Caicedo. I think we're now starting to see the best of. I thought he had a brilliant game against Tottenham on Monday night. Him and Enzo are going to be so important in that midfield. When you got your Rodriguez, your Bernardo Silva's in there. That's going to be really important how Enzo and Caicedo match up against Rodri, match up against Bernardo Silva. These kind of players that are darting in and around, difficult to pick up. I mean, whether it's a Kovacic, whether it's a Mateus Nunes, whoever it potentially might be, Enzo and Caicedo have got a big job in that midfield pivot tomorrow. It is a huge job for them. They absolutely have to get things right. They've got to be on it, people. They have got to be on it tomorrow. They have to be on it. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. It is gonna be an interesting one, people. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but it's going to be Enzo and Caicedo. And look, I think we know in this number 10 role, whether it's a number 10 or you want to call it just a more advanced midfielder, whatever you want to call it, that player there is going to be Conor Gallagher. We know it is. And do you know what? He's had a brilliant season. I thought he had a good game against Tottenham again. And yeah, he's doing the business for us this season. Yes, we could do with him perhaps getting a few more goals. He got an assist against Spurs. His relentless pressing from the front's massive. His off-ball work rate's going to be huge in this game. And he absolutely has got better on the ball as well. He still needs to improve on the ball. But yeah, look, he's got better on the ball. And that is going to be the midfield 3 or the midfield 2, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be the 3 that we ultimately do end up going with. But look, people, Gallagher, fair credit where it's due. I've praised Cucurella. Obviously, Gallagher, as I've said many times on the channel, guys, I wouldn't have cared if he got sold in the summer. But he's come back with a point to prove. Pochettino has trusted him. He played the most minutes in pre-season. He started every game under Poch so far this season in the Premier League. And he's really, really important to everything we do right now. And it is quite the renaissance from Gallagher. So fair play to him. He'll definitely start there. And his relentlessness is going to be really important tomorrow, people. That is going to be really, really important. That relentlessness from Conor Gallagher. In terms of the right hand side against his former club, it's an absolute no-brainer. It is an absolute no-brainer. The guy, probably the most important player for us right now, Cole Palmer, the guy in brilliant form. He makes things happen, looks at ease on the ball, always looks to make things happen when he gets it, doesn't shy away from it. His first thought is to go forward. Enzo for sure. I mean, they're different players anyway, because Fabinho is an out-and-out number 6, whereas Enzo Fernandez is not. So they're different. They're different players. They're different players. So yeah, Cole Palmer on the right hand side. This is a big game for Cole. Obviously, up against Man City for the first time. He'd been at that club his entire life before joining Chelsea in the summer, guys. But yeah, look, again, we just need to see more of the same from him. That fearlessness, that confidence, that kind of almost arrogance to a degree, that brashness, that, you know, he knows that he's the guy. Yeah, massive, absolutely massive game for him tomorrow. And I've got the confidence in him that, you know, because every time he steps on the pitch, whatever the occasion, no occasion gets the better of him. You know, he's shown on multiple times, you know, he's ice cool from the penalty spot in big pressure situations, penalties against Arsenal, penalties against Tottenham. And that right-hand side of James and Palmer is going to be a big one. It is going to be a big one. That for me is going to be big going forwards. Exactly the same place, playing right wing, playing Kunku inside. It looks like Poch finally getting this first team together. Yeah, I think we're slowly getting there. There are of course, you know, more players that still need to come back. We haven't got a fully fit squad of players to choose from yet, but we're slowly getting them back. Yes, big up, my guy. Catch you tomorrow, big man. Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully, another good day and more good scenes outside the ground at full time. But yeah, bro, looking forward to it as always. Let's hope we can get the W, mate. Let's hope we can get that W. 2-2 before the international break, and then we take that trip up north to St James's, and hopefully we can do something there. But yeah, pick yourself up, brother. I'll catch up with you tomorrow, bro. Palmer could be one of the best Premier League wingers if he stays. And look, again, Palmer's doing very well. If he keeps this form going for the majority of the season, plays most weeks, then yeah, look, absolutely, he's got a chance of making the England squad potentially as well. You know, that's not a ridiculous thing to say. But look, Cole Palmer goes there. And look, do you know what? Someone mentioned it in the chat earlier. I think that as well. Bro. I said it at the start of the season. I think we win the Carabao Cup. I'm sticking with it. Yes, tough game against Newcastle for sure. But yeah, look. Someone talked about the false 9 system earlier. Now, do you know what? I would have been up for that. I think the only reason we didn't see it against, obviously it worked great against Arsenal. I think the only reason we didn't see it against Spurs was because I don't think Mudryk was fully fit after missing a couple of games with a knock. I think we would have seen it then. But the problem we've got now is I would have liked to have seen it in this City game. I think it could have worked. I think it could have worked really well. The problem we've got is Nico Jackson obviously scored a hat-trick against Tottenham on Monday night. When you're a young striker, he's gone through a difficult run. You know, he's trying, we're trying to build him up. We're trying to get his confidence going again. Massive confidence through getting a hat-trick. And if you drop him, then what's that going to do to him? Like, you're in a situation now where even if you wanted to play that false 9 system, I actually don't think you can because of Nicholas Jackson, the hat-trick, what that would do to his confidence. Poch is building him up, and that would just ruin his confidence. So I think by Jackson scoring a hat-trick, that's basically made a decision, which is why I don't think we'll see the false 9 because of that. If Jackson didn't have a great game against City and against Spurs, sorry, and we had to, you know, what do you call it? We had to he didn't get a hat-trick or whatever, and he didn't do that well, then fine. No problem. But I think now you can't drop him. You simply can't drop him. So it makes a decision for us. I probably would start him anyway because he scored a hat-trick. You want to play players that are in form. So I probably would start Jackson. But I can understand why people are asking about the false 9. I would have played I would be going for the false 9 system tomorrow that we saw against Arsenal if Jackson hadn't had a great game against Tottenham. but he got the hat trick. His confidence is up, and as a striker, as a young player and as a striker that's in form, you just want to keep on playing. So yeah, look, that kind of makes a decision for us. I'm Welsh, so I hope he doesn't play for England. Fair, fair, bro. Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, we have got some decent other players, but yeah, I hear it. Siddharth, big yourself up. I would rather play Sterling than Mudryk because he's faster, and I think Sterling's not faster than Mudryk, no chance. I think he can get the best of Walker. Best of Walker can beat him one-on-one. Mudryk's quicker than Sterling, 100%. Sterling left wing, fair. We'll have to wait and see, but look, you can't drop Jackson after this performance. It's as simple as that. I would like to see us win the Carabao Cup. Yeah, Liverpool have got a great chance as well. That is absolutely true. By the way, people, keep smashing the likes. Let's try and hit 60. We need 8 more likes to hit 60 likes. So yeah, if you could do that, guys, that would be brilliant. Smash the like button. Let's try and get us to 60 likes before I round the stream out shortly. But yeah, guys, try and get us to 60 likes. Keep smashing that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here as well, edging ever closer to 7,000 subscribers. So people, keep smashing that like button, guys. No excuse not to. Yeah, look, I think they're obviously they're doing quite well in the league. Yes, the Luton game was poor. Yes, the game in Bordeaux wasn't great. In Toulouse wasn't great either. Brentford's going to be a tough game. Not as easy as people expect, but I would still expect Liverpool to win that. I agree. It would be some statement. Yeah, it would be some statement, and it just wouldn't. It would just ruin Jackson's confidence, thinking, well, how I score a hat trick away at our biggest rivals and a massive win for us, and yeah, I can't get in the team for the next game. Like that would be it would be a little bit of a crazy move. I'll be honest. Hopefully. I mean, to be honest, Nkunku will start on the bench to begin with. He's not going to go straight back into the 11. He's going to go on. He's going to start, and then, like he should have to, he's going to have to earn his place into the side. He will, but he's not going to be starting straight away. I think it will take 3 or 4 appearances from the bench to build himself up before he starts getting into the team. What I would say is, I think that his first start will probably be that Carabao Cup quarter-final against. Actually, no, I think it'll be before then. I don't know, but yeah, he's gonna have to earn his way into the team like everyone else should be. He's gonna start on the bench for the first few games, certainly, while he builds himself back up. Connor, Mudryk, Palmer, Sterling up top. No, it absolutely would be. After this match, Nkunku will play anyway, so I think false 9 will be our bet. Look, Nkunku will play after this match, but as I was just saying, he's not just going to go straight into the team. He'll be eased in like James. It's gonna take some time for him to get himself together. People, like, he's not just going to instantly be on it. It is going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of time. There's no denying that whatsoever. It'd be great to beat Liverpool in the final. Yeah, it would be great to get them in the final. But what would be even better is if West Ham can somehow manage to knock them out. That would be even better, people. If Jackson starts the game, we take him off and change him to full. Yeah, look, we absolutely that's absolutely an option that we can do. That certainly is. But yeah, the last space in the team, obviously Sterling or Mudryk. Look, obviously, if this is what Pochettino's going to do, then he's absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Poch starts Sterling tomorrow. But for me, I'd be starting Mykhailo Mudryk, and I'll give my reasons why. Defensive work is much better than Sterling. He's going to help Cucurella out defensively. Mudryk's defensive work is underrated. And against City, that defensive work from the wingers is going to be really, really important. And I just don't think Sterling hasn't really got that down to a T in his game. So, yeah, look, for me, one reason why I'm Mudryk over Sterling is because of the work rate. Secondly, he's got the pace to get past Kyle Walker. He's a bit more unpredictable. You're not really sure what you're going to get from him. He's young. He's confident. He's direct. So yeah, look, I would go with Mudryk for those reasons. Sterling will play. Me with Sterling is just like, he's not doing enough for me. It's like we didn't sign you to do the business against Burnley, Luton, Blackburns, etc. We signed you to do the business in the big games against the big teams when it really matters. He's not the only one, but he's missed way too many chances. he's way too inconsistent. His inconsistencies are what you would expect from a Mudryk, from a Cole Palmer at the start of their careers. Sterling will have a good game and then he'll be shit for 2 or 3 games. You know, you want him to be running at wingers, taking players on, putting the ball into the box. And he can do that, but he doesn't do it on a consistent enough basis. Too often he just stands still, he runs into players. He just doesn't do it enough, and he doesn't influence enough big games for me. I need to see more from him in big games, and I need to see more from him on a consistent basis because he left Man City to be the main man, and then he's on the big money at the club, the highest paid player. You need to start doing it in the games that matter. You've got to start doing it in the games that matter. So for me, I would be starting Mudryk, but I know full well it's going to be Sterling that starts. So I'll go in Mudryk, even though I know it's going to be Sterling. But this is my team, and this is what I would pick. And do you know what? I think pretty much with Poch as well, like realistically, the only change that we're going to see is going to be Sterling for Mudryk probably. And then it just depends, does he play Cucurella at left back, and then it's Colwell or Disasi, or does he put Colwell at left back and he plays Disasi? Who knows? Sterling not starting won't break my heart. No, absolutely won't. Reece James and Doku matchup going to be interesting. Yeah, although I think Jack Grealish will play because I don't think Pep trusts Doku in the big games. He likes to control that Grealish brings from those big games. So I'd be surprised if Doku started tomorrow. I suspect it'll be Grealish, Foden, Alvarez, Bernardo, Haaland, all those players. So yeah, Mudryk from the benches. No, Mudryk from the bench would be better than Madueke. Bro, I don't know what you're on about. Werner doesn't even get in the Leipzig team, I don't think. So I'm not sure why we're asking for Timo Werner back in January. That's a slightly odd one. 1 minute I'm cussing Sterling, then the next minute I'm applauding him. Yeah, it's a mad one. It is a mad one. I can't lie. I wouldn't mind seeing Sterling as a false 9. Think Jackson could struggle. Sterling as a false 9 is a no for me. There's no height. There's no physical presence. There's not really anything. If we're going to do a false 9, it's Mudryk left, Sterling right, Palmer as the false 9. That for me is the only way that the false 9 is the only way the false 9 works, people. It is like that. But guys, that is the team that I'd go with. Well, how many likes are we on? 56. Guys, 4 more likes to get this to 60. Let's get this to 60 before I round out the stream in the next 5 or so minutes. Guys, let's get this to 60 likes. Come on, people. Let's get it done. No excuses not to. No excuses not to. Final 4 likes. I'll be greatly appreciative if you can get that done, guys. Please run it up to 60. If we get the 60 likes, we're going to get a positive result tomorrow. I'll be back here tomorrow night with the match reaction, etc., etc. So, yeah, make sure you're running those likes up, people, because we are going to win. We're going to get a positive result tomorrow, guys. But you need to be smashing that like button to make sure that it does happen. So run the likes up. 4 more likes required. Don't be freeloaders, people. We'll be smashed. No, Moses, we won't be smashed. All right, look. Well, is there a chance we're probably going to lose? Absolutely, there's a chance. But as I said earlier to someone else that said this, I'd be staggered if we got smashed tomorrow. I really would. I just don't see us getting hammered tomorrow. I really don't. I really don't. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing as well. Yeah, true. I prefer that then. Palmer up top as false 9. Yeah, this is what I mean. Mudryk is better when he starts as well, for sure. Yeah, Cucurella needs to start, but he's done it against Saka. He can do it. He can do it against these players as well. Free AV, I'd love it. 3 points incoming. That would be massive. And what a way to sign off for the international break. It would be huge. Let's shock the world. Come on, you Blues. Yeah, look, let's see what we can do. I'm not confident. 2-0 Man City. Yeah, Anthony Taylor as well. Forgot that he's obviously reffing the game. Let's disgrace that, but it is what it is. It is what it is with him. We're just going to have to not let that get in our heads and just hope that he doesn't have an absolute shocker like he's had many times when he's ref Chelsea. But that's out of our control now. We can't do anything about that. Sterling got to play instead of Mudryk, in my opinion. Look, I mean, it's horses for courses, really. I mean, I probably would prefer Mudryk, but again, if Sterling starts, it's not a complete disaster. I just think Mudryk's going to give us more. I just want the performance to be proud of. Yeah, exactly. I absolutely agree. A positive 2-0 defeat. I mean, is there any positives in a 2-0 defeat? I don't really know. But guys, last thing remains then. Get your score predictions in the chat, guys. What are we saying? I'll be honest, people. I'm going to sit on the fence slightly on this one. I'm going with a 1-1. I'm going with a 1-1 draw. I'm going with a 1-1 draw tomorrow. That's what I think we're going to do. 1-1 draw is my thing. I think we can get a draw, so I'm going to go 1-1. What we got going on here? 1-1. 4-0 to who? What, 4-0 to us or 4-0 to City? There's no way we're winning 4-0. 1-1 or 3-1 City. Fair. Anthony Taylor messes up tomorrow. He should never rest again. Agreed. Mudryk over Sterling for me. Yep, fair. 4-0 Chelsea. I mean, bro, if that happens, fair play. If that happens, fair play. But I just can't see it. I just can't see it. But yeah, guys, 2 more likes. Keep running those likes up. 2 more for the 60. Let's get there. Smash the like button if you haven't done it now. Agreed. 0-0. I can't see this being a 0-0 because I just don't think. City can keep us out, sure, but I just think City have got too much quality to be kept quiet. I really do think that. I just think they've got too much quality to be kept quiet for a whole 90. DJ Keeler is going to 4-1 Man City. That would be a horrendous day. That would be really shit. I predict a win. Fair. 2-1 Chelsea win. Penalty, last minute penalty from Cole Palmer. Jesus Christ! I mean, that would be absolute scenes if that were to happen. 2-0 Man City. Goals for Haaland and Rodri. Fair. Yeah. Well, that's 1-0 Chelsea, Matty. I'll let a few more people get their predictions in the chat, guys. Got a 1-0. Obviously, mine's 1-1. But a win tomorrow, guys, a win tomorrow would put us on 18 points. Depending on other results, depending on what happens to Brentford, depending on what happens to Brighton, we would go 8th in the table and we'd be 2 points behind Newcastle in 7th. But of course, if Brighton were to get a positive result, basically, people, we're either going to stay 10th or we're going to go up to 8th or 9th. That's the situation. That's the situation right now. Goals from Mudryk and Jackson. I'd love that. I think Taylor is going to give us a controversial red. Hopefully not, bro. I can honestly see Poch going for 5 at the back tomorrow. James, Disasi, Silva. No, I absolutely can't see it. We haven't done it once all season. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. I'll be real with you, brother. I can't see that at all. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not concerned about that. We will comfortably overtake them. We absolutely will. We will comfortably get past them. I'm not too concerned about that. We can't play the low block. No, we can't. But Man City aren't going to play the low block, so we should be good. But yeah, I mean, obviously, nothing's going to compare to the game that we saw on Monday night. But yeah, this is going to be. It's going to be huge, people. It's a massive, massive game. I'm going 1-1. Look, ultimately, to round out, guys, we just need a positive performance, a positive result heading into the international break. 2 weeks is a long time to sit on a defeat, but it's an even longer time to sit on a defeat with a shit performance where we've not given a good account of ourselves. So, yeah, this is a big game, another big game following on from the Spurs game. So, yeah, let's see what we can do, guys. I'm cautiously optimistic that we can get a positive result. Let's hope we can do it. People, I'll be back tomorrow night with the match reaction. The match vlog will be dropping on the channel after the game tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for the vlog. If for whatever reason you've not checked out the match vlog from Spurs, it's great. Please make sure you check it out. Loads of good stuff in there. But yeah, people, match reaction tomorrow night. Match vlog dropping after the game. Big up to everyone who's tuned in tonight. Big yourselves up. Thanks for your support as always. Smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a good Sunday, people. And I'll catch you tomorrow night. Vlog and match reaction coming up. Up the Chelsea. Take care and peace out, people.